Hello and welcome to Healthy Moments. This is a show where I digest the health news so you don't have to. Gilenya is in the news once again, and it may be killing people. If you're unfamiliar with Gilenya, it's a promising new multiple sclerosis drug brought to you by Novartis. The European Medicines Agency is investigating the drug because there's been 11 deaths, one of which was an American, and that person died within 24 hours of taking their first dose. Gilenya is known to dramatically slow down your heart rate, and doctors have been given new advisories by the drug company in order to do continuous monitoring of vitals. Let me remind you that Gilenya is a drug designed to treat a specific severe form of multiple sclerosis. If you're considering taking the drug, make sure you stay informed, do your research on the internet, and make sure you keep up to date with all the information coming from the FDA. Do you know someone with autism? By next year, they may not be autistic anymore. Well, at least not by the new definition created for the disorder. This is troubling news for many young children with the disorder because they will no longer qualify for services and treatments they rely on. There are a number of disorders that fit under the umbrella called autism spectrum disorder, and there are basically 12 behaviors that define the spectrum, and to be diagnosed as autistic, you have to have at least 6 of these behaviors. The new definition would exclude Asperger's and PDD-NOS as autism disorders. Experts are expecting a decline in the diagnosis of this disorder as they narrow the definition. How's your mental health? The next article states that 1 in 5 Americans suffered some form of mental illness in 2010. Some had it so bad that it interfered with work, family, or school. In the past year, 11.4 million people have suffered from some type of severe mental illness, and about 1 million of them actually tried to attempt suicide. This is not surprising because only about 60% of people who have a mental illness actually get treated. The story goes on to talk about how physical and mental health are very closely intertwined. Most people aren't educated, or at least not educated well, in maintaining a healthy lifestyle. This is understandable because most kids only learn about sports and basic PE in their youth. To learn more about developing and maintaining a healthy lifestyle, check out my website. Next in the news, a San Francisco male infertility clinic wants to create artificial biological testicles. This process of developing artificial testes will be a mix of growing cells in the lab as well as taking stem cells from males. The biggest hurdle will be packaging the DNA in these biological artificial sperm. The DNA has to be split and packaged in a certain way in order to combine with the chromosomes in the egg. My curiosity was sparked by this article because I wanted to understand how these artificial sperm are going to affect genetic diversity. What I mean by that is each sperm that's made by these artificial testicles going to be identical, or are they going to be as diverse as naturally created sperm? Lastly, from branded news, we have an article from CNN that talks about 12 girls in a New York high school who developed a twitching disorder. Nobody has a clue as yet to what the cause may be. Samples were taken of mold and the air, and they found no environmental factors to cause this twitching disorder. The stuttering and tics point to conversion disorder, where something physiological is expressing itself in physical symptoms. Conversion disorder used to be known as hysteria, and no new cases have presented themselves at this high school. For definitions of key terms used today, links are in the description below. Finally, the featured article on my website was written by my associate, Dr. Gutierrez, and it talks about sciatica, or more commonly known as a pinch in the sciatic nerve. For information about sciatica, causes, treatments, and preventive approaches, check out the article on my website. That's all the articles for today. I wanted to tell you about my Lean Out Extreme video project, which I'm doing with my iPhone on my other channel. It documents my journey of losing 25 pounds over the next 6 weeks starting this week. Its purpose is to clarify some things about my weight loss program to my friends, family, and associates, as well as to help motivate people who've already started losing weight to continue doing what they have to do over the next month, since New Year's resolution is not over. That's all for today. I'll see you next time.